Obviously, I want Kate to do well, but I think staying away from Kate will help my game because I feel like people are gonna vote against us because we're a couple. Everybody's like just so nice and happy right now. It's hard.
Tiffany was really close with Aaron and really close with Ben. I consider Ben my number one ally. And now that Tiffany's gone, I can have them all to myself, which is great.
Tiffany got out, I'm really pissed about that. I was about to cry almost. I think she was upset, but it really sucks that she left because she was like one of my number ones. Alan and me, we're like together now. Slept in the same bed. Not like that, but we're like together, and I feel like other people can kind of sense that me and Alan are together. We're both like similar.
I'm happy that Chastity won because I told her if it had come down to it, I wouldn't vote her out of the house. But it didn't come down to it. She saved herself, so I'm really proud of her.
Hello again, students. This is Headmaster Julie, and first, I'd like to congratulate all of you on being formally accepted to the prestigious Big Brother Columbus University. After enduring our exhaustive application process, you have all been accepted as full-fledged house guests in the traditional Big Brother Columbus game. From this point on, BBCOL4 will be adhering to the weekly schedule of HOH competitions, nominations, veto competitions, veto meetings, and live evictions. Of special note, I'd like to remind the winners of the first legacy competition, Spring Fling, that they are now eligible to receive this. Ooh. The title of second in command will be awarded to the last remaining member of that team, provided there are at least 5 house guests left in the game. Details and responsibilities concerning the second in command have been posted to the school's bulletin board. Now, it is time to name the first head of household of Big Brother Columbus Season 4. From this point on, Professors Red and Blue will be instructing you with the rules of your various HOH competitions. Please welcome Professor Red for this week's relevant details.
Thank you, Headmaster Julie. Hello, house guests. It's me, Professor Red. Let's kick off the new school year with a vocabulary lesson. Let's talk about the word superlative. A superlative is a word used to describe the highest quality or degree. For example, the prettiest Julie, or the Julie with the most cake. A senior superlative, as I'm sure you remember, is a way of acknowledging your colleague's unique, admirable, or ostentatious qualities by assigning them a sort of title. For example, most likely to be the worst ever participant of Big Brother Columbus, or most likely to sleep his way to the top of the company. And now, house guests, the power is up for grabs. The name of your first HOH competition is Senior Superlatives, and here's how it works. You will all be placed in a line and blindfolded. I will present you with a senior superlative and the names of 2 house guests. You will vote for the first house guest by stepping forward, or for the second house guest by stepping backward. However, you will not be voting based on who you think better fits the description of the senior superlative, but on how you think the majority of the house will vote. If your vote matches the majority, you will stay in the game. If your vote does not match the majority, you will be eliminated from the competition and quietly escorted away. Once we are down to 2 house guests, we will use a tiebreak question to determine the winner. That person will be Big Brother Columbus Season 4's first head of household. Now, let's play Senior Superlatives. All right, house guests. Who does the majority think is most likely to be famous? A, Dana, or B, Kate? Step forward for Dana, step backwards for Kate. Everyone please reset.
Oh. I'm gonna get disoriented.
Who does the majority think has the best laugh? A, Chastity, or B, Aaron? Step forward for Chastity, or backwards for Aaron.
I got out on the second question because I've never heard Aaron or Chastity laugh. And I was like, maybe Aaron has a good laugh? I don't know.
House guests, please reset. Who does the majority think is the teacher's pet? A, Doug, or B, Alan? Step forward for Doug, or backwards for Alan. Please reset. Who does the majority think is the most likely to be a millionaire? A, Jay, or B, Tiffany? Step forward for Jay, or backwards for Tiffany. House guests, please reset. Who does the majority think is the biggest dreamer? A, Jay, or B, Kate? Step forward for Jay, or backwards for Kate. House guests, please reset. Who does the majority think is the best dressed? A, Ben, or B, Alan? Step forward for Ben, or backwards for Alan. House guests, please reset. We're going to move into a tiebreaker. You are going to hold up a number of fingers based on the question asked. How many times while explaining the rules did Professor Red say the word superlative?
I feel like every time there's a video on, I have to pay attention to like everything that's happening, and so I didn't even like think that that would come up, and I had no idea how many times he said it.
All right, house guests, put your hands down. Everyone take off your buffs. In a tie break with these three. Congratulations to your very first head of household, Brian.
Head of household. Yes! It feels amazing. I didn't necessarily want it the first week, but time to go big or go home.
I didn't want to win, but I didn't care if I did either. Really, at this point, I feel like I'm like officially working with Aaron, but I'm also working with Brian and Tony, and it's like they all have their own separate paths and ways, and I'm in the middle, so I kind of like want to stay in the middle for a little bit and let everybody else make moves and kind of just feel out the house.
I don't know.
I would have said you, but
I would have
said Alan.
oh my god,
So they can be nominated though.
You guys aren't actually electing.
I guess whoever out of us three.
Yeah.
when does that start?
As long as there's 5 people who agree with that.
Brian, we are all very proud of you. You don't know how much you mean to us all back home. We know you're going to win this. You keep your eyes on the prize and don't worry about us back here. They say the plant will reopen any day. We love you and believe in you. Girl, you got this. Just spring some welfare witchcraft on the pose and show them who's boss. Team Jesus, Team Soldiers for Christ. Jeremy. Thanks, Jeremy. Yes.
I actually hate the color red.
Do you?
Which is why I suggested blue.
Team blue.
When I was younger, I used to have like a phobia of eating anything that was red.
Do you want to trade?
Sure. Swapped teams. What's my team name? Oh, wait, am I eligible for the thing?
I think AV knows that I'm probably going for him because he hasn't mentioned one word. He hasn't talked to me at all.
He knows. Well, he doesn't know. He suspects.
Yeah. I could just put up Audrey and AV because neither one of them have talked to me. And then phrase it that way.
That's fair.
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
Audrey was one of the few who did not speak to me at all, so I don't really know where her head is. I don't know if it's just lack of, gameplay knowledge, but definitely her being part of that green team with that second in command, that can definitely wreak havoc.
Yeah, I think she might be a little surprised, but then again, I'll just say I put you up because you didn't talk game to me.
Right, and she can't fault you for that.
Yeah.
I think his best bet is to put up Aaron, honestly. It's a power thing, but I think for his game it's necessary to kind of get that over with. He gets to kind of control the pace of the house, and that's what first HOHs really get to do. And it sucks to be the first HOH, but you also kind of get to dictate the game, and that's good.
I still haven't made any real decisions.
Keep in mind that the second in command thing could be good or bad for you.
Very true.
Good in a particular way, because you have second in command. If you do right by the three of us, we keep you safe.
That is definitely true. All things to keep in consideration for sure.
Aaron, what can I say? Don't have anything against you, but you have got to go. You, I think, will influence quite a few members of the jury. It was very important that I get you out before you even can make it into the jury house. Nothing personal, but you gotta go.
This is the nomination ceremony. One of my duties as head of household is to nominate 2 house guests for eviction. I will begin by pulling the first key. That person is safe. The next person will pull the next key, and so on until all the keys have been pulled. The 2 house guests left without their keys have been nominated for eviction. The first person who is safe is Kate.
Thanks. The second person who is safe is Jay.
Thanks, Brian.
Next person, Alan. Tony, you are safe.
Thank you, Brian. Ben.
Thank you. Next person that is safe is Doug.
Thank you, Brian. The next person to be safe. Jesse.
Thank you, Brian.
Aaron and Audrey, I have nominated you for eviction. Nothing personal, Audrey. You didn't talk game with me at all after winning head of household, so I don't know where your head is.
Sure.
Aaron, nothing personal as well, but you and Audrey are both on the green team, which has the second in command advantage, and I think it's best to make sure I secure myself, and I think this setup is the best way possible.
I got put on the block. I knew I was going to get put on the block. The minute Brian won head of household, I've been calling it, I've been saying it. It made sense for his game. If I was him, I would have done the same. So, no hard feelings.
It feels really weird and kind of like a bummer because I guess, Brian said that I didn't talk to him afterwards, which was suspicious, which I get, I guess, but I'm wondering if that's his real reason or if there are other reasons, and I don't know if people see me as a threat or what. I'm not. I don't know.
We will be picking players for the veto competition by random draw. As head of household, I will choose first. Alan.
Yes.
Lucky duck.
You get to play.
I chose house guest choice. I'm gonna choose Jay. I chose Jay. I don't know why I chose Jay. That was kind of a dick move on my part. I wanted to kind of rattle him to see where his alliances were and see what he, just to see where his alliances are, because I don't know what his alliances are.
Jesse.
Julie will tell us when the veto competition will begin. This nomination ceremony is adjourned.
What are we talking
Did
about?
AV even talk to you?
He came out here, and this is what pissed me off. Aaron, what pissed me off about AV was he came out here and said that second in command can work in your favor because if you don't put, someone up, they could return the favor. Don't. I didn't appreciate.
I don't know the backstories, but I am loving this.
I did not appreciate that.
He does have a nice smile,
Kate, if that's how you're judging this game, we're
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Smile doesn't get you anywhere in life, bitch.
Here's who my actual target is now that nominations are set.
Aaron. Probably shouldn't have been telling people that you had a beef with 2 of the veterans because that made you, Brian, and my target, and we got what we wanted.
We gotta start winning.
You mean we gotta continue winning?
Shucks.
I'm not doing a push-up. I'm gonna try. All right.
I think me not knowing as much about the game as other people makes them, like, they can take advantage of that. Like, I thought maybe Tony was sort of trying to take me under his wing and be like, I'll teach you anything you want to know, and he kept, like, high-fiving me for no reason. But I know that he and Brian are really close, and now I'm nominated, so what's that about? If the vote were to happen right now, I think it would be Aaron walking out the door. I am kind of worried about the veto competition.
Another one of my duties as head of household is to select a host for the Power Veto competition. I choose Tony.
First of all, I would like to thank the Academy and my family. Hi, house guests. I hope everyone is enjoying their first week of BBCOL4. Now that you've paid your tuition deposit, signed up for multiple loans, and dropped hundreds of dollars on outdated textbooks, it's about time you started raising money for your school. The name of the competition is Bake Sale. And here's how it works. The board in front of you lists ingredients and their costs. You will use these prices to determine the costs of the shopping lists provided. The first player to place their hand on the buzzer must give their cost for the total of the shopping list. Get it right, and you get to eliminate someone from the competition. Get it wrong, and you're out. But there's more. The competition is a trade veto. That means when you are eliminated from the competition, you will choose a prize from my lovely display table. You must then choose to keep your prize or force a trade with another eliminated house guest. And don't forget that one of those prizes is the golden power of veto. So I hope you remember your grade school arithmetic because the success of this fundraiser depends on it. Now let's get ready for the bake sale. I mean, I did really good. Ready for our first shopping list?
Yeah.
You'll be purchasing 60 pounds of flour and 70 pounds of sugar.
My pen doesn't work.
Jay or Robertson?
458?
No.
Okay.
So you are eliminated. The one all the way to the left is yours. Tell us what you got. You've won.
Golden Power Veto.
Yay! For recipe number 2, you're going to purchase 16.5 dozen eggs, 5 pounds of baking soda, and 20.5 pounds of butter.
My only headspace right now is if the reason people would vote me out is because I've been doing well in competitions, then maybe I shouldn't win the veto competition.
Audrey.
$600.16.
Incorrect.
Okay.
You now pick a prize off of our lovely table.
A pizza power play.
Now, you can either choose to keep the pizza power play or trade it with Jay for the golden power of veto.
Is this a real thing?
I don't know what any of them are, for the record, so I'm not guiding you one way or the other.
Oh, I didn't put it in there. I just had it in my hand. I was like, you can have the box.
Thanks.
Okay, our third shopping list. You'll be purchasing 192 ounces of chocolate chips, 50.5 pints of strawberries, 62.5 gallons of milk, and 3 cups of spice mix. I don't know what the fuck you're making, but that's gross. Brian Smith.
34112.
Incorrect.
It was really difficult. The first one, so much division. I've never done that much division in my entire life. It just sucked. And then everybody starts guessing it wrong, guessing it wrong, guessing it wrong. So I literally just stop. I look like I'm working, doing calculations.
What did you win?
Sorority sisters.
Oh.
I will actually keep sorority sisters.
Okay. Shopping list number 4 consists of 96 fluid ounces of vanilla, 1/2 pound of butter, 14 cups of baking soda, and 27 pounds of brown sugar. Chastity, what is your answer?
$208.
Incorrect. I don't see the sign, so it's just a little slow.
School mascot.
Would you like to keep school mascot or trade it for another prize?
I will keep it.
Great, because I assume that's going to be putting on some ridiculous
Oh, yeah.
We are on to list 5, the final list. For list 5, you will be purchasing 657 cans of pumpkin and 2 pie crusts.
How many pie crusts?
2. Aaron.
$1,183.41.
Correct.
Chemistry incident. I'll take the pizza power play.
That was you, Jane?
Yeah.
Veto ticket.
Interesting. Harold?
Congratulations, Aaron Wilson. You have won the Golden Power of Vita.
I worked it out really quickly, slammed the buzzer, got it right, and got me the Golden Power of Veto.
Who wants to see my school mascot? Well, I got this lovely wig. Doesn't it like wash my face out nicely? A megaphone, is that what these are called? Yeah. That says congrats, Brad. And a pom-pom and a beautiful skirt. Go team! The skirt doesn't allow for lots of movement. Like a mermaid. It's great.
As a bonus, we get to be
Sorority sisters.
Yes.
We are handcuffed to each other
For hours.
for the rest of the week. I am so happy to have chosen Tony Farrell as my sorority sister.
So, I was in chemistry class and I fucked up. So I gotta wear this eye patch for like a week till my eyes heal, and that's that.
Down here because it got thinner because your actual hair's not in it.
I'm naturally going to take myself off the block. Sorry, fellow green team, you're probably gone, one of y'all. So, I don't know, at least I'm safe for another week. Audrey's a strong competitor. Truthfully, she's a good first out. Like, she's really competitive and she's really good at what she does. So, if they're smart, they should vote for Audrey.
Power veto competition did not go as planned.
No.
So I've already talked to Doug, and he knows that he's going to be the pawn.
Because we were getting rid of one fish this week, either Aaron or Audrey, and so one fish removes himself, the other fish goes home.
So Audrey is now going to be.
Sorry about it, Audrey. We liked you.
Like
we wanted to
you,
keep you around.
But you gotta go. So Audrey, unfortunately.
Love you, girl, but you should have been better at math. Public school education strikes again.
This is the veto meeting. Myself and Audrey have been nominated for eviction, but I hold the power to veto one of those nominations. At this time, both the nominees may tell me why I should use the power of veto on them. Audrey, you may speak first.
I feel like it's unlikely and probably pointless for me to argue with you about this, because I think the smart move on your part would be to use it on yourself.
I wish I wasn't put in the position to be in the position that I am, but at this time I have chosen to use the power of veto on myself.
Don't mind me.
Just a little downstairs corner.
So, as head of household, since Aaron has vetoed one of my nominations and used it on himself, I have to put up a replacement nominee. Doug, would you please stand? And this concludes the veto meeting.
No surprise that I went up. Brian did pull me to the side before, let me know what was going to happen. He said I'm not the target. I don't believe him. I don't know if he even has the power to say that. Audrey is a lot better in competitions than I am. She also has that veto ticket. I'll talk to people, see if I can get anything out of them.
So like, okay, I tell you this, I don't have an alliance with anybody.
Yeah.
If we keep you, if we keep you,
Yeah.
like, can you guarantee people out here, like,
To have your back?
yeah, where are your fish to fry?
Aaron was trying to propose to me, Audrey, and Alan outside that like us four could stick together, and Audrey was like talking about Chastity and Kate like her, and then we could switch the vote around and save Audrey and kick Doug out. I doubt that's gonna happen. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'm actually really glad Aaron won veto, because that's gonna keep the Aaron versus Tony feud alive.
Chastity and Kate and I have a good rapport. I feel pretty good with you guys. I don't know, I felt like I was starting to form relationships with people, and now I'm sort of an outsider, and people get quiet when I walk in the room, and that's a weird feeling, so. And I'm very uncomfortable with lying, and I think that other people in the house are very comfortable with lying.
Hi.
Hi, guys. This is a weird position to be in, but I understand your nominations, obviously. I know that there's some green team, residual green team affiliations going on.
You unfortunately got caught in the crosshairs.
I know.
You would have been better at math. Damn it.
No, if I would have been worse at math, that's the whole game.
Well, yeah.
Until the last second. Like, Aaron figured it out right away.
Yeah, unfortunately you got caught in the
Good at
crosshairs.
scheming. So I have this veto ticket, which means that I can participate in the next veto competition if I want to, or I can give it to someone. And I don't know if someone's going to approach me about that, or if I should approach them. But I think if no one approaches me, I'm just keeping it, because why not give myself another chance to stick around?
For your own game, I would talk to everybody.
Yes. Okay.
But you're good with me. And he doesn't have a vote.
I appreciate that.
And
And
yeah,
yeah, I don't
have
have
a
a
fucking
vote, but I know the original plan was to either get AV or Audrey out as either one of those two, so. Okay, we'll work on AV later.
Thank you.
This.
What?
This.
Oh.
If it's up to me now to vote, I would vote for Doug to be evicted. I haven't talked to Brian or Tony, but at this point I don't even think it matters, because I think they just want one of the green people out.
Well, we should find out who Aaron wants and then vote the other one out. Can we see if we have this in the size extra?
It's week 1 in the house, and they're changing the game from teams to individuals. As a certain house guest asking, what's next? Is the green team marked for the chopping block? Or will the future second in command wreak their wrath on their enemies? Nobody knows yet, because this is Big Brother.
Greetings, how
house guests.
Hi, Julie.
Oh, you're so kind, so warm. Let's go with Ben.
What's up?
How was the initial twist of the season? Were you expecting to be playing in teams?
When I realized it was a school theme, I wasn't surprised with the team thing. It was interesting. We all got to play longer since we did multiple challenges instead of voting someone off right away. So that was nice to have everyone in the game for a while. Yeah.
Brian, our first HOH. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel for the first time in your 3-season Big Brother career to survive night 1?
Oh my god, it was amazing, let me tell you. I was so happy. It was the best thing ever. But no, I'll take that back. Actually, winning the head of household was the best thing ever.
All right. Well, we do have 2 nominees for eviction tonight, Doug and Audrey. Shortly, you will ascend to the diver room and tell Counselor Yell your votes to eviction, but first, you have one last chance to plead your cases to the voters. Audrey, you may go first.
Okay, I'll stand up. Hi, you guys, it's me, Corinne. This has been fun. This has been a fun competition so far. I want it to continue to be fun. I think that we are forming relationships and doing good things together, and I would like to keep doing that. And also, I'm up for a conversation about what this could mean. So let's talk. Give me your eyes. We can talk about it.
Thank you, Audrey.
This has been a great experience so far, and I'm not ready for it to end. I'm getting to know a lot of you, and you're all amazing people, and I want to keep going with you and see what happens next. I don't want to say anything bad about Audrey or try to throw her under the bus to keep me here, but I do want to stay, and this is just a bad situation, so do what works for you, and I hope that means keeping me.
I'm just gonna go around the table. So let's start with Chastity.
Hello, Chastity. Please
Hello,
cast your vote
Julie.
to evict between Audrey or Doug.
I vote to evict Doug. Sorry, Doug.
Chastity. Hi, Aaron.
Hey.
Please cast your vote to evict.
Sadly, I vote to evict Doug.
Hi, Kate.
Hi, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict now.
Oh God. Can I think about it for just another second? I vote to evict Doug.
Thank you, Kate. Hi, Jay. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Doug.
Thanks, Jay. Hello, Ben.
What's up?
Alright, please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict them both. Oh, is that not allowed? I vote to evict Audrey, unfortunately.
Thank you, Ben. Hi, Ellen. Please cast your vote to evict.
Hi, Julie. I vote to evict Audrey.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Doug.
Thank you, Tony.
All right. Votes have been cast by a vote of 5 to 2. Doug, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Take a minute to collect your belongings, say your goodbyes, and then walk out the front door.
How are you feeling in this moment?
Frustrated. Because I did not expect it to go 5 to 2.
Oh, it was a 5-2?
It was a 5-2 vote. And
I thought I had more votes, not necessarily enough to stay, but I thought I had enough to make it close. I had Tony and Brian tell me they were going to vote to keep me. Chastity said she was up in the air. Aaron said he was up in the air. And I thought I was in an alliance with Ben and Alan, but I guess that is not the case.
So why? Okay, Brian mentioned when he originally nominated Audrey that he was targeting the green team.
Mm-hmm.
More. Why?
Because it was they want Aaron out. He's their target, 100%. And then he used the excuse of we had a power looming over the house. So me and Audrey were the easy votes to go up with him. So once Aaron won veto, there was only one choice to go up in his place. And the house really likes Audrey.
Well, the power was explained correct, right?
Yes, it was explained correctly, but maybe the house isn't smart enough to understand that voting us out gives us the power.
Right.
So now Aaron's in the house with only one person to go.
Well, is there anyone in the house you're rooting for right now?
Audrey. I'm 100% rooting for Audrey.
Doc, do you have any final words that you'd like to say?
Congratulations to everyone still in the house, and I hope you all get evicted, and there are no winners.
Great sportsmanship. Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome.